Fool me once, death on you. No one gets to fool me twice. Bloody wind. It's never at my back.
I need a man like a whale needs a wheelbarrow.
For this most beautiful of maidens, I shall fight 100 duels!
To victory!
Onward! Attack!
Checkmate.
Tread carefully, lest this semester be your last. Concrete!
If I go down, I'm taking you with me.
My lords, to your banners!
A moment. I need to smoke.
We are friends of the family.
What? This? It's but a scratch.
Have you no honor? Stand and fight! Who are you to judge us?
protect you from all evil.
We'll uphold the knightly values that define us. That is our quest.
Magical hive mind. So yeah, Revenants, as it turns out, very good in this particular case. He opens with the hive mind. He wants some nice points. Okay, opens with the Stalker. Honestly, which is a fair idea. Gets trade. This is a bit of a trade for Sanvanta.
Painful squirrel to see, but at least you got your warrior fighting for you.
Perhaps that is the reason that Archie kind of opened with the Stalker, because it can provide insane value if it survives, and it might just survive right now. Sanvanta, we see, doesn't really have, like, he does have the companions into Iris. He can get to mute the generator. He can get the temple. But it's going to be kind of delayed for a turn or two, right? It's not going to be instant.
Yeah.
Which is suboptimal, but not much he can do about it, really.
Okay, so we did get the Sharkan from the Curse Scroll for control options, and off goes Radovich. So this is companion, yeah. So yeah, not really a way, I suppose, to... I will also see is...
He might use...
Temple.
Honestly, I kind of expected to see him use a leader chart to get to mute the generator in hand, right?
Yeah.
Because it would have meant an additional point if he puts a unit back and mute the generator into the hand, so that's an additional point from Iris. Radovich not going to work.
Not devotion, yeah. Ada. Well, you have Revenants. If you expect them to stick at least one, and there is no Stalker anymore with the Hive Mind gone. So the picks were Ada, Reinhardt, and Buchholz, which is also a nice addition for like PFIs and especially Kadveni Revenants being soldiers.
I would say this is a much better temple than the last time, like a significantly better temple. Like, these cards play into the deck very well. We do see like the classic Tatterwing moment from Archie, just playing Forming and also getting some nice frost in with the Wild Hunt. Wins the round. Sanvanta perhaps decided that he got like... He doesn't have the mutant generator, and it might be too late for him to play it in this round one. So maybe that's why he passed. And he does get the mutant generator in hand right now.
Okay, so we do see that Anseis is coming into the hand, but do you even have something to fight if you don't have the last say with a big Anseis?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what's happening right now. Like, he might just decide that getting Anseis boosted is not really worth it all that much, and he does exactly that.
Okay, so Archie has the direct access to Larador, and so can do double Lara quite freely here, or just spend one. Unlike
like
the last game.
Gale's Decree and Naglfar in hand, that's very good for Archie. He can pretty much do the whole thing in round 2 if he wishes to do so.
Do you go and pick up Ada as the big immune unit Ah, wait, devotion, immunity. I forgot that it's not given.
But honestly, it's still like a good trait. Like it's a very good creation from temple, I would say.
It's just that you don't want to pick up it from the temple
exactly.
with the boost. There, I was thinking of hiding doing the Tatterwing on the Tatterwing.
And doing the the NR Tatterwing.
But here we have trainer total. And also a little bit of boost on the Boholt.
The back row Boholt. Oh, you don't get to see that often. He does use a leader charge to put it to 5 power plus 1 armor. Yeah. Plays around the yep, exactly, natural selection.
Okay. Boholt. Up.
Ah,
amazing.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy value.
And the Revenant is somewhere there as well. It's a shame there is no zeal on the Revenants for Sunvanter. That would have been a long day. Oh, Archer also goes full leader here.
Yep. He might decide, like, he's gonna go pretty much, like, maybe everything. But could even play the Tatterwing. It depends on how the round continues. Boholt, insane.
Boholt is just, the Spores Magnet, the Heatwave Magnet out of the temple. Must feel really nice as an NR player.
Yep. And Archie having spent all leader charges, like, he's gonna be swarming less in round 3, right? Yeah. It's not gonna be as powerful.
Okay, so Boholt value that we hope to see is stolen from us. I would have appreciated Boholt being answered like by the end of the round 2. To just see the man grow. It's not too often when he is seen action in Gwent, but yeah, now the problems start to appear. Those 2 Revenants on the board, no answers. Natural selection is stuck in the deck, although it can be tutored with the nice heat from Naglfar on the 3 cards.
Exactly. Problem is, right, the Reynard auto, it got boosted and Spores only reset, so it lived. It's gonna be boosting every unit, and also obviously the Revenants, just a massive threat.
And
so we're gonna see Ada. Yep.
This is first time the cursed unit enters, so you cannot just grow her peak in 1 turn. It will be once per Revenant, but it's nice nonetheless.
Probably. Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't use the leader charge. That's interesting.
It's weird, but he knows that the swarm is out, so he definitely sees another turn from Archie to capitalize on Laradoran.
And obviously this second Laradoran boosts all the drones to 5 power and Gales to 3 power, kind of making life much more difficult for Revenants. Which is honestly fine.
Nightmare, and that's a nice buff on Ada. Draug being cursed, so
honestly, the temple creations hard carried this round too. Odo very good. Ada insane. Boholt insane.
Okay, Sunvanter is not in a rush to do anything here, and Arch takes the pass.
I guess he realized he's not gonna be getting ahead that turn, so there's no really rush to get ahead. Like, kind of go all in somehow. Clicks the Reynard. That's that. This is a bit unfortunate that he kind of had to use. He had to use the heat wave. The sergeant was not enough.
Yeah. Like, if the transformation would have been used, he'd lose Reynard turn earlier.
Yep, but I don't think he would have gotten ahead, so it's more or less kind of the same. We do see Erland being drawn, and Anseus didn't get the temple boost. It's just an Anseus 5 power. guessing this Ardgaith will not be very strong in this round.
Neither
Everyone
will be
knows.
this round fit, so goes away. Didn't get to the graveyard, sees no play then. Okay, so we expect Sanvanter to play into the front row mostly.
Yes. Maybe open, yeah, with the Revenant. I guess there is a Drowner. Yeah, there is a Drowner, kind of. Exactly.
And it's a bit too early to split the rows now. Still have another turn, but that's the problem. If you don't move. If you move, Sanvanter just plays ranged row mostly. And if you don't move, you're not getting Frost Value on both rows anyway.
Also the Drowner is at 1 power. That's a bit unfortunate. Kinda don't want to see that.
Yeah.
And it's going to be just 1 point short of killing the Revenant, right? If you move the Revenant, it's gonna live.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You have the dominance, but no Eredin, unfortunate. Playing into this is so painful, but at the same time, you do want to get a little bit of Frost Value.
Yeah. It's kind of just deciding what's the least worst option for you. And while we do see like yeah, there we go. There goes the point difference.
Nothing to fight, but well, nothing will be coming to you to fight. And if Archer just plays next guard nest.
Yep, he decided that this is again a very kind of a difficult choice to make. On one hand, Sanvanter played Unsafe to the back row. Obviously, he knows that it's most likely not going to get answered, and he wanted to predict the 1 power Pavera, just in case there was no 1 power unit on the monster side. Like he could have used the Revenant on the Pavera. Yeah, exactly. So just those kind of unfortunate choices that Archie had to make, like the Drowner, the Araha's Nest. Oh my god, these hands are crazy. Look at that. Sanvanter got Mutagenerator, Temple, Iris, and the Companions in hand round 1. On the other hand, we have like Dana, Waters. Oh, crazy hands.
Yeah.
Temple Opener.
Okay, so there was Viraxis, but I don't think he does too much in this.
Maybe Defender could be good.
We need to point out that there is Shiro against Erland Mind Games. You never know where that Shiro gonna be at, so you don't have too many ways of hand buffing Erland as well. Well, it can be deck buffed with Iris, but at the moment we do see him in hand. And also Archie does have... wait, no call in this. Yeah, there is a call in this list, so Shiro can be offset as well.
I guess the downside to this hand from Archie, right? If Dana survives, like the moment you play a Dryad, all the other Dryads are not getting boosted. There's too many Dryads and too many like beasts in his hand, right? So Dana can't be like put more points into your hand depending on the units that you have. Unfortunately, like you have pretty much only like beasts and Dryads. Bit unfortunate, but it's fine.
Yeah. Also 3 specials in hand doesn't help, but at the same time they do help. If your done is getting answered, you'll still need to contest the round. Okay, so we see the Temple bring in Anseis, but Heatwave is a way to answer Dana here. Also, Temple rolls were Prince Viraxis, Falibor, and
Falibor, let's go. Falibor.
Falibor, yeah, thanks to Lerio, sees some play nowadays in his Falibir deck, but kinda requires
the value. Yeah, the value here is a bit questionable, but the rolls weren't really that amazing for Sanvanter. He kinda had to pick something there.
Like, you can take Visigoth against guerrilla tactics, but will it help you? Not really. And some card choices were pretty meh.
And we do see the heat waves being traded, the mutant generator is gone. So not that much carryover for Sanvanta really. Just playing it slow, trying to get like yeah, yeah. You could say
really
that.
what you are looking for. Also, yeah, Sanvanta is playing with tactical advantage here, so pretty nice, as you pointed out. The hand quality without the curse scroll, without the pincer maneuver leader charges required, getting even your Radovich, still having the Iris companions combo, which is like the reason, since you cannot tutor neutrals. But you want to Iris after you've done the Draug shenanigans, so...
Yep.
This is not... okay, so sees that that's probably not going his way anyway, with Archie having a lead here. So...
Yes, I believe that at this point he's just trying to get the trades up, maybe get those boosted units from Dana out of the hand. He doesn't know, obviously, that not that many good units got boosted, but he's like very willing to go 2 cards down, and he does.
Okay, I'm kind of surprised, but at the same time, well, yeah, you have the harmony triggers, waters, and the call. Sure, if you want to throw any of this away. We do see Ronvid being the catch-up card here for Sanvanta.
Yep, just setting up more carryover, like from Dandelion, from Ronvid, from Temple onto the Anseas. He did manage to conserve a lot of good points, but like, will it be enough? You're 2 cards down. You use the heat wave on Dana, so if the opponent gets scenario, that's gonna stay. Also Saskia. We didn't even mention Saskia.
Yeah. Okay, not a believer in Pavetta as well. I see how it is. Sanvanta is just not believing that he's gotta do it properly. And well, yeah, the idea is to have Ronvid, to have like Draug self-consume, the Revenants have like 8 of them shuffled back into the deck, and then hand buffing. Deck buffing with Iris combo and then Erland, so that you have like a hefty 60-point Erland, but ain't happening this game.
Yep.
So...
This time around it simply did not materialize, and it's kind of, again, he wants to very difficult position, because now you have good cards left in your hand. You did trade PFI for Waters. I mean, yeah, okay.
Well,
but I would say, yeah, he wants to throw it in the round.
He also wants more humans in the front row, so we see leader charges burnt. He did already find Erland, brought Unsays to his hand, so we'll see him use all but one. And the snipe doesn't have, actually works against Archie here, setting up another one,
that's
so
interesting.
So that Pavetta will be of interest later on for Sanvanta. She was mulliganed for this round because, well, no value from her has been available. And now we
Crazy Viraxas, insane value.
Well, can be transformed. Draug is not a deploy, right? So can just reset Draug and transform himself, so to say.
Yeah, you don't get to see that very often. Obviously, the Revenant shuffling, some extra points. It is a fair point difference. There is a Saskia on the board, but it's not going to catch up on its own, right?
Yeah. Okay, at least this time around the Berserker doesn't set up an easier Revenant. Okay, and Sace flies into the fight. And I guess we are seeing Berserker dying to the pinks of 5 Revenants. And, well, I'm catching up without
all
the
of
scenario.
A sudden, well,
True.
Yeah.
He's coming as 4, so yeah, there is a lot of cores to burn.
Oh, but there's also that. So now this kind of makes it awkward, yep. Because it does get the vitality, but vitality only triggers at the end of the turn.
Well, lead a charge to save it, maybe you are catching up in 1. It takes the Shiro out of the play for Sanvanta, like, shouldn't consider his Erland to be in danger anymore. Okay, so quick math says that I'm not catching up in 1. Also nothing to really set up for Archie in terms of extra Shiro burns. 3 leader charges on Draug will not be worth it.
He's just trying to get ahead, calculating if there's going to be something from the deck. There is, the Chameleon. So they're on even cards now. There's a big Erland coming up, especially if there's a Pavetta. It would be a nice little additional boost. On the other hand, if the Harmony player can get the Harmony units, he does get 1. He does get him, especially like the poison combo, and even in a short round, this scenario is, he gets 3 of them. Never mind. In a short round, this scenario is many points.
Yeah, there was 1 leader charge left, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
2.
so no, I meant for NR. So Pavetta will be seen.
Ah, yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 10, 11 Revenants, and if this one is getting killed off, 1 extra.
It's not bad at all. And the Priestess, we've seen it gain some boosts from the round 2 shuffles. So yep, it's a nice little Priestess. He knows that. Yeah, he knows that Archie cannot answer it. He can just chill with it, honestly.
Like spending leader charges on it won't be enough as well. It's been a while since Guerrilla Tactics has been changed from 2 damage for 2 boosts to 3 and 1.
Oh, years, I would say.
So
years.
yeah, nothing you can really do now. With this create, there were lines that answered the Priestess, I would believe, right? Some elf with 3 damage and leader charges.
Oh,
maybe.
Didn't happen. Yep, the creates did not materialize. And quite a bit of finisher for
why do I feel like Sanvantar will be like 1 point away from winning this? Wait, with 7!
Oh my god.
Okay, not 1 point away. I'm sorry, my math was so off, it was 2 points away from a tie.
That was very close. Oh my god, that was so close.
So, Self-Wound has been abused many times. Here is the heat wave for 1 of the units. I don't think movement is influential here. You have the Unsays potentially removing, but you don't really need a big Unsays to deal with something like Knut. Boiling Oil answers Knut in its enraged form.
Movement can be kind of efficient as a priest answer, to be fair. Or at least stop it hitting on a Drakkar. But yeah, if you like, Boiling Oil can also serve as a priest answer. So big thinning coming out early for Ugadai. But these crows could be potential bodies for these Revenants to clean up.
Oh, there we go. Baron as a potential Draco Turtle Sigvald answer. Defender. Rainer Todo was not bad for Sanvantar in the quarterfinal. So Baron, Queen Adalia, which is also big for human bodies. And Defender.
Yeah, Queen Adalia PFI is not too shabby at all.
Okay, so do we boil the priest? Not yet. You need to click Temple first for that 1 extra point. And the choice is Prince Unsays here. Okay, so Samantha plays for carryover.
passes at 7. Ugadai just goes long round, I assume, right?
Yeah. It will be awkward, like sure you'll get some of the Revenants into graveyard, but the ones that you spawn at for power into the
As per our
big
contract.
old Swollblood, that's gonna be devastating.
You say his companions being played quite early here? Before any Pavetta shenanigans?
But yeah, Ugadai is not happy to say goodbye to the last say. Feels like opponent just played 3 carryover cards. I think the Ronvit is like the biggest giveaway that no tempo plays are to be expected.
Yeah. Maybe you could have committed Anses onto a priest to get the round win there, but just didn't have anything else to sort of help in achieving that goal. That would have been quite difficult to do.
Okay, so finds Defender from those creates. And Pavetta. Pavetta, of course, doesn't really have a job to do at the moment. Her services might be required later. Okay, chat just caught up with the frustrating. It's amazing to see the reaction.
Glad there's only one person wanting to ban me for that, so I'm happy with that response.
He's just clueless. He is just unaware.
Okay, so we do see the K-Troll coming out here. I'll be interested to see if it does get heat waved.
Very corpses. You don't force to the crabs
I
like they
think
still
this is the
live.
matchup where you probably can afford to save the heat wave for something else, perhaps.
Yeah,
You
you
do
might
have Baron
want to
access.
have a toll punish for, or not toll punish, but complete erasure of Sigvald, for example.
If Anses duels the Draco Turtle, does the boost from removing armor resolve before the end of the duel? Or
I
at the
think
end
you
of
are
the
not
duel?
supposed to duel the Draco Turtle will be the answer, so yeah, you might be facing your demons on that, getting hit by by the bigger monster than you'd expect to challenge. So, if I recall it correctly, I think, yeah, I've seen it happen. Definitely didn't do that myself, though.
It's just testing, right? Just myth busting and something like that.
So the heat wave is open, but yes, Anwanter prefers to keep it.
Let's not even play into that round. I'm surprised. You could have set up another Revenant in the graveyard, just tossed away say
yeah.
the siege support, but
True. That's a bit weird.
I guess at the same time, though, by not playing into that, you sort of have one less card you're drawing. That means one extra unit in the deck as well, so maybe it ends up balancing out.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Also, yeah, there is the Traveling Priestess in the deck. Not really getting to 25 charges, but well, you do mulligan occasionally, and sometimes you just find the consistency without the necessity of picking required cards. Although that's rarely the case, because you do have extra spicy temple creates. Mutant Generator round 3 denied. I'm sad.
Yeah. Remember when Mutant Generator was like the 6 provisions?
Yeah, to be fair, when it was released, cards were slightly different on provisions, and yeah. Then it's people tried the mutant generator quite early as well, but I don't think it was a great payoff. But maybe we all were just playing it incorrectly. But now Temple and mutant generator slightly different from their initial form.
Killed for less.
So humans at the moment go to the both rows. There is of course a Dahlia with PFI if necessary. That achieves greatness. Let's not forget that the Bloody Baron was also created. Which means... yeah, exactly what it means. That it is Draco Turtle. Or Sigvald without the last say. Oh, wait, not with the last say. But anyway, one of the cards will be reset. If it's not the Unsays duel and not the Heatwave target.
Yeah, and obligatory Ugadai has to be really careful about the placement on this Sigvald, because you don't want it next to a low power unit where the boiling oil can remove any bleeding you've established.
Okay, so we do see a Dahlia.
My great-granddaughter will stand and...
it actually goes into the Kadveni Sergeant.
Yes, not going for PFI, I guess. Maybe worried about playing too heavily into the Svalbard as a result. Now is the Draug. So this kid, when he's Sergeant, looks like he'll be trying to get things out of range of the 4 damage on the Svalbard. Obviously it can't boost itself, and the shield is now gone, unfortunately. But...
nothing to really eat on your opponent's side of the board. Boiling oil sadly kills instead of setting up the Knut to 1 power, but well, you still take it. And we do see that Sanvander doesn't want to go wide by the means of damaging his own units.
Another one dead and another answer required for Sanvander here, but now it's getting a bit hard because you only have 4 cards remaining. You want to play this Erland, probably want to play this Bloody Baron, but that means you need to put 2 cards back into the deck. Is the Pavetta worth it? She's basically just +4 on your Erland right now.
Okay, we see some Swole Blood explosion. Explosions denied, because, well, your Erland is not that big, and if allowed, it might have led to some unnecessary outcomes of him dying, but yeah, at 5 with only a couple of abominations appearing, it's fine.
Yep.
So, Pavetta can provide you with 4 Revenants. At the same time, something like Baron at the moment doesn't look too hot, but it might just play for better value.
So I'm really curious, like, what this Alan says, what this potential Baron is going to be hitting. Because you guys have done a very good job at saving this Dwim and the location click till the very end to deny value on resetting or potentially dueling the Draco Turtle.
Yep. I think the way Ugadai played makes it hard for Sanvander to get a victory here, even if I mean, there is like 10, 20 something points hidden in that Erland click. At the same time, there is still full blood Draco Turtle armor. Knut is surviving.
I mean, at minimum, the Sanseas is still 20 points. They're denying this. Oh, I guess 19 points in this case, but opting to kill the Knut, which makes a lot of sense. I guess you may as well just go for the Dwim now, right? Because otherwise you're not getting any use out of this order. And if you're worried about that Baron, I guess it just makes the most sense to duel the say, so that you will end up kind of losing a bit of armor there, but that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, sort of trying to turn just as much damage as you can as soon as possible here. Big Draco Turtle.
Yeah.
But those waters, I think they're going to become kind of bloody around the Draco Turtle. Bloody as in bloody Baron coming through. Goodbye Pavetta, this is not your game. Long round through doesn't really befit your game plan. Erland click, Baron play. Substantial
That's
difference.
20 points, but so many units on Sanvanter's side of the board, even if half of them are at 1-2 power. Don't think that was a particularly winnable matchup, even with the Baron roll. Sanvanter needed to most likely win round 1 and get stuff out. But Sanvanter is known to play weird decks as well. Like, I remember him playing Erland deck without Erland in the deck.
Yep, I have PTSD from that.
So, nothing strange. Just a simple demo event.
Yeah, Demo event is funny because he kind of has anti-synergy with the Erland and New Zealand this deck, but
Priscilla is
you
not
can
doing
always
much
try and
here,
choose some
right?
specials.
Okay, so
Let's take the Demo event, the Prophet Leviota, and the War Elephant. I don't know if those are really the best picks against Trissant. You would have loved to have found another Baron. Or even like an Araxis or something of the sort.
Weird creates here. Oh, sure.
Look, I think this is going to be another matchup in which the last say is going to be quite important. Because whilst the Erland is immune, again, you can use the Toussaint Hospitality to kind of nullify it. It would be a bit awkward having to wait till, the Beauclair, wait till the last turn to play the Beauclair, but it might still just be the correct decision to make. Actually, Seems Generator played round 1 this time. A little bit of a different sequencing. Maybe Sanvanter says, A, I can actually win the round, or B, blue card, I need to actually contest.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many Mutant Generator good triggers he had in the previous game in his hand. So
yeah, it's true.
Maybe just playing it and not having enough playable bronzes was the deciding factor here. But yeah, playing Temple, playing Mutant Generator for 0 tempo in the beginning is not amazing. Okay, let's see what demo events banishes are.
Makes a lot of sense. Open deck list, you know there's nothing that can be done against the Dem event.
I mean, you can also just zeal him.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's...
I guess Sanvanter is ahead of us and planned accordingly.
Although, I feel like if you sequence this differently, you could have just used the melee to reduce the cooldown, and I think you end up ahead, regardless, the melee deploy. Oh, but then you play it melee and you lose out on your boost regardless, I suppose, then maybe it's not as good. Curious what this Dem event is going to find. I imagine it will be PFI. Nope. Okay. Iris' Companions. What do I know?
Okay, so it goes for the carryover starter.
The man of glass.
Yeah, so... And on Iris again. And the pass coming through early on. But this time it's Ugadai passing at 7, not Sanvanta.
Yeah, so... Plate, what? 1 bronze? Plate 8 provision unit that buffed Pavetta. That buffed Lebioda, so a couple of extra points coming in.
So, do you bleed here? Well, we see a Skrull to start with. That does not mean anything. You at least will play the Ronvid the Incessant here, at a minimum, to establish that carryover. Bit surprised that it was the Skrull as the lead. Oh no, it makes sense. You get rid of the Boo-Hurt to play around the full series. Okay, sure.
Boo-Hurt got eliminated. But I guess nothing stopped you from like Ronvid Squirrel, but doesn't really matter too much. And maybe you are trying to heatwave Elephant Ancestors if that lands.
Yeah.
Don't buy this.
Okay. Or you just push with the tech cards Squirrel into the Scout. And now?
So surely Sanvanta is intending to push here, otherwise you would have just played Ronvid instead of the Scout.
That seems like the logical conclusion indeed.
I mean, I guess... Yeah.
Okay, so decision time. We see the highlight on Ronvid, but it doesn't mean anything. What's leader potentially bringing out? You need Radovid to get another leader charge.
Yeah, look, I imagine the plan is to try to get an early pass here, perhaps, by forcing out some of the early combo pieces like this Milton, which is slightly slower for play right now. Not quiet enough to get ahead.
Do we see a leader? Would be nice to have the last say.
Yeah, it would be nice to have the lead for sure.
You also need a Boo-Hurt in the graveyard anyway, if you want to do the series things. Okay, so yeah, leader committed as well.
Well, the thing is, using the leader there now means you can't one-turn the full series.
Yeah.
So that is vulnerable to a transform with the Draug, potentially. Although, yeah, there's no access to full series in hand regardless right now.
Okay, so Elephant Gaming. Card goes stall, so probably not getting much out of it anyway. In the next round. Could have played it next to the Squirrel and actually damaged the Squirrel. Of course the cooldown 6 doesn't allow you to do that like every turn.
No.
So it's not that amazing.
So, Guillaume coming out onto the Squirrel. Instead of fighting with Shailmars, it looks like Guillaume's decided to try to get used to fighting Squirrels instead.
What a night.
Playing on the front row rather than back row when, you know, the back row is the row that actually has knights. Not sure on
there is the
reasoning though.
There is the condition of extra boost. You know, sometimes players just don't read entire text. They know the effect, or you boost, I boost, and then you just forget about the details. Same as the armored Drakkar in the self wound. People forgetting that you can activate its bloodthirst condition. But yeah, I'm not implying that Ugadai just maybe you just forgot it. It happens.
It happens. So that was the oil for Sunvanta being played, not really achieving much. Which is a bit surprising, you know, when you pour boiling oil on someone's head, you'd expect a bit more of a reaction. But yeah, this Milton just happily riding along.
And it just didn't get any into the helmet. It just bounced off it. So by to Santos steel produce.
Yeah, high quality steel, huh? Good.
Okay, pure Elephanto. Never sees play from hand created from temple, and then there is a drought and no water to elephants.
Yeah. Okay, so certainly getting a little bit dicey now for Ugadai. I'm a bit surprised, in all honesty, that we saw the Heatwave committed before the Ivar. Maybe a bit worried that the Ivar would present too good of a Heatwave, but I don't think the Ivar would be an Ansei's target because it would just be too big. Or would it?
I mean, yeah, 25. Not ideal to duel, probably, with the full team.
Yeah. I think it would be pretty good if it was like from Tavern Brawl, kind of using a 14 to hit the Ivar at 25. They'll do like quite a bit of a back and forth, but when you're the one actually dueling an opponent, that's not really what you want. So you see the Perfetta now coming out, putting the...
I spy with my evil eye.
Was there even anything to put? Wasn't it like siege support?
Huh. So, last say now for the Beauclair player.
The gameplay is not working out properly for Sunvanta, I'd say.
No, game plan hasn't really, you know, gone to plan. It feels there's not been much of a round one in either of these games. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Draug just used to answer this false Siri potentially. As a result, we might see the false Siri getting mulliganed, but that is not the case. Decides to just lead with the Diplo, I suppose. Kind of saying, okay, if you want to use your Draug turn 1, so be it. But then you're not transforming anything else.
And it's also an answer. Oh! Ale of Ancestors on your own unit. Peculiar.
Yeah.
If you don't deal with false Siri, of course the Sangreal is one of the cards that that works with it.
Yeah. Probably just an instant proc as a result. But I'm not I don't like how Ugadai played this front row, because, you know, the Draug naturally has an extra transform if this leader ends up being used in this first turn.
And since there is nothing to find in the deck, nothing too good. They can be just burnt now. Like, there is no flexibility in terms of, oh, I might need this card or that card in particular. So, yeah, provided an extra 1 power body as well.
Yeah, bit of a misplay there, especially because there's not that many Revenants for Sunvanta. That 1 power body is very nice. Transform, although I guess Carabalista slightly nullifying that, but probably would have been nice to just, you know, just actually kill this Revenant as the only Revenant.
Not the greatest pickup there from Palmerin, but Milton left him, so there was no choice given. Also, the the opportunities are not that exciting anyway. Oh, Gronwith coming up. There we go. One Revenant on the board and no answer for that. Of course, on the opposite side, well, there is no Erland. So this is something. I didn't look at the mulligans. Was Erland actually actively sent away? Ah wait, yeah. There was the sorry, I just tunnel visioned into not looking for the Radovich.
Alright. I'm just trying to think, what is a Sangreal going to do? You don't have great things for it to work with here.
Well, Buckler.
Yeah, but... Nah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, at least it's like 12 points.
I'm just thinking, like, are you better off saving the Buckler to sort of nullify the Erland? Or I guess you're better off playing it early and then you're forced to use this Buckler auto reset on the Draug as well if that's what you end up boosting up. And yeah, Ugadai severely misplayed here by letting the Revenant stick here by playing the 4-3 front row. Especially with the Caraballista row, you could have cleaned up all the Revenants from that Draug, but it's just slightly gotten out of hand, probably a 10-point difference, and that's it.
Okay, so that was fast.
Yeah. So congrats to Sanfanta getting one of the Northern Realms. I still don't think we really got to see that deck at its full capacity.